Guys, my name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope things are going well for you guys down in the Southwest. I used to live down in the Durango, Cortez area. Spent a lot of time in Crested Butte. Had some hospitality clients there. In the past, I did internet marketing for hotels and resorts and created a new company 4 years ago that's just strictly cannabis. I sent out an email yesterday with a free evaluation for people if they wanted to have somebody look at their website, give them feedback, both positive and things that could be improved. So what I'm doing is I've created a little video for you guys. I saw that you opened the email I sent, which was exciting. So let's start with your website. The website itself is decent. The one thing that sticks out to me though is when you have this called this hamburger navigation over here. Navigation really should be up top here across so that people can find it right away. That's where people are looking. Many people don't even scroll. So I would not have this hamburger menu and have the menu spread out all the way across the page. Also, your window here is decent. You've got a picture, but really people can either look at the menu or wholesale. And if they look up here, it's kind of hard to see where else, what if I'm not ready? So I know you have these things down here, your hours and locations and your strains. But I think that a little bit of the organization of the page could be better from a usability standpoint. When I come in here and I click on your locations, these are in here, but really they also, besides going over there to that page, you want to include information on locations on this page as well. But when I take a look at your site, there are positives and negatives. I like that you have a menu. Let me come back to your home page because the menu is the second most visited page on any cannabis website. However, what you've got here is just lists of stuff. And so it's really important to pimp out your strain list and take advantage, whether it's weed maps or whether you're doing it with Leafly or on your own. It's very, very important to have the ability to have photography, a description. It's just like a hotel room. And the more you provide and the better it looks, the more people are likely to buy from you. So that's one thing I would recommend to you guys. I noticed you have a blog, which is great. But however, I see that you haven't posted, you haven't posted anything in quite a while, I think since March. And you really have to do that twice a month minimum with really high quality content. So that's just kind of a feedback on the looks of your website. Let's take a look at one that we market in Denver. So this is a business with a couple locations here in Denver, Colorado called Northern Lights Cannabis Company. And what we try to do with this type of a client is make it easy for people to get to the navigation. Make it easy for people to get to what they're trying to get to just right away. Plain and simple. No scrolling, no figuring out how to use the hamburger menu. And then you want to greet people when you do that, with a really good, really good slideshow with great photography. Now we did this design and we also did all of the branding and photography and video. So take a look when you get a chance. You'll notice here that we're optimizing for Denver recreational dispensaries because it's searched about 3,000 times a month. You'll also notice down below, as I can scroll a little further, that we try to humanize the site too and make it so that you can learn about the employees that work there. We find that the more people identify with the employees, the more they're willing to buy. So this has a blog. It's being updated twice a month. We are featuring custom photography and video, and it's been fully optimized. So just an example of making your site more sticky. And this will of course will respond down and work great on a smartphone because 70% of all searches for cannabis are from smartphones. So taking a look at this site and taking a look at this site, I think you guys could improve your branding. You live in beautiful areas. You should kind of capture some of that maybe to take advantage of it. So let's also take a look at what we call search engine optimization. Getting your website looking beautiful is probably the number one thing that you should do in any digital branding exercise or plan, because if your website's not as good as it can be, you're sending traffic there only to lose them. So that's why I started with your design. But SEO is just as important, and there is a ton of search volume in Colorado for different dispensary type terms. Here in Denver, it's crazy. Denver dispensary gets searched like 3,000 times a month. It's ridiculous. And so there's a ton of search volume. but other terms are searched less. The challenge you guys have, obviously, is you're in Crested Butte, and I think you're down in Gunnison as well. So those are more areas where we would do more local marketing, more local optimization to take advantage of that, because Colorado is a very broad term, and I notice that's what you're going after on your home page. So what you want to see down here when you're going after that term is you want to have a good meta title and a meta description. This is the meta title. It can only be 54 characters. You can only go after one term. This is our client, by the way. And so we have also written these custom meta descriptions, which can only be 154 characters. You should have a different focus, a different strategy on each single page that you're optimizing. So what I do is typically I take a look at what I think people might search for. Then I've got another tool where I can come in. I can type Colorado Rec Dispensary and put it in here. Let me pull this down, and you can see that if it's showing 1 to 10, you know, something like that, it's not getting searched very much. So what you want to try to do is go after terms that are searched more, so that you can get your website in front of more people. Now, this Rec Dispensary near me can be done with local optimizations and local pages. There's a number of strategies to do that. It's not just going after this keyword, however. You got to create the page a certain way. You got to have links within the page a certain way. So this kind of shows me what people are searching for. And then if I wanted, I can just come up here, you know, and I can take out the word recreational and just, you know, hit this, or I can go dispensaries in Colorado. And so, oops, I misspelled that, I think. Dispensary. No, sorry guys. But you'll notice here, you know, here's just taking that word out, recreational. This jumps way up. And so if you go after some of these, you know, they're more, the danger though is they are general. So there are people looking all over the state. You can go after them, but I would also mix it up with local optimization. So what I do when I look at a site is I look at how good is it. I look at where they're located, what their website looks like. And then I kind of come in and take a look at what people are searching for in Google. And then I go over and use these tools to kind of come in and actually figure out what we want to do when we optimize the site. And then, of course, the local listings are important too. I've got a tool that gives me a score for your different locations. 68 is good, but you know, you can get that up into the 90s, and there's a number of different things that you can do to fix some of these different things that are in there. So that's a little bit about let me pop this back up. That's a little bit about SEO and your website design. They go hand in hand. Of course, you also have to do a lot of local marketing. I'm not going to really focus on social media today, but when you do it right, you know, it can really make a huge difference when you do it right. So let me see if I can pull something up for you guys here. And let me just load this real quick. Apologize for it for doing this, but I want to show you. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry guys, I'm looking for a specific program. It's crazy. It's called Snapchat. But anyway, I had a screenshot within this Snapchat that would actually show you just how much traffic we're getting for a client from this. And it's something that I can send to you via email. I'm going to end this for now, but if you guys have questions, call me. My name's Mitch, 303-941-3799, and I can be reached also at Bill at digital303.com. Thank you, guys. And this is going to be Soma, Colorado.